A lot is at stake in the division series tonight, as it is win or go home for the Tigers, Yankees, Phillies, and Cubs. Let's get into what's been going on in the 2025 Major League Baseball postseason. I think the big story of at least last night was that Aaron Judge finally did something memorable in the postseason. He had a game-tying 3-run home run in Game 3 against Toronto. For most of Aaron Judge's career, he's obviously one of the greatest regular season hitters we've ever seen, first ballot Hall of Famer, but as soon as the lights get bright in October, he disappears completely. You look at his stats, and that theory is backed up. He's a .231 career hitter and just doesn't seem to come through when he's needed. He's had a nice series so far in the division series against Toronto. He's hitting .636 heading into Game 4, and they're going to need him because really what's happened to this series is Toronto's lineup and Toronto's pitching has largely taken care of business, and this series up until Game 3 has not been competitive at all. It's been Toronto all the way. Toronto won Game 1, 10-1, won Game 2, 13-7. Most of those 7 runs in Game 2 came in a big inning by the Yankees, but there was never really any sweating. Toronto went up big early in Game 3, but New York rallied. There was no part of me that felt like New York was going to get swept by Toronto, but if you're Toronto, you want to get this done tonight. You don't want to play a Game 5 and give the Yankees a reason to believe that they can beat you and then realize that you have squandered a great opportunity. But for Toronto, like they've been fantastic. Their offense has been rolling. A lot of their scoring has come from home runs. They've hit 9 home runs to the Yankees 3. Vladimir Guerrero has had 3 home runs of his own. He's hit a grand slam. And really outside of yesterday, Toronto's been in control of this series. I think they've been the better team. And we've got Game 4 tonight. And it's, again, win or go home for New York. And the Yankees are sending Cam Schlitter to the mound tonight. He was the pitcher who went 8 innings in Game 3 of the wild card series and had 12 strikeouts. So he's going to need to have that same performance tonight if the Yankees want to have any hopes of seeing the ALCS. Now, on the other side of the American League, Seattle and Detroit have been going at it, and it's been a really competitive series. 2 one-run games, both 3-2 scores. Game 1 going to Detroit, Game 2 going to Seattle, and Seattle last night in Game 3 kind of broke out and won pretty handily. They won 8-4 over Detroit. Now Detroit's in a situation at home where they got to win to stay alive. But this has been a fun series for Seattle. We all know that Seattle is one of the teams that just doesn't have the playoff success. They were able to win their first game at home in 24 years. Big moment for them, kind of get a big weight off of their shoulders there, and then give them the opportunity to shine. Their stars have been doing great. Julio Rodriguez and Kyle Riley have lived up to the expectations to me as far as what I think stars should be contributing in October. Kyle Riley, we know what kind of regular season he had. I would imagine is going to be the MVP. He had one of the most historic seasons offensively as a catcher and a switch hitter. He's batting .462 in the postseason right now. He had a big home run last night, so kind of etched his name in a good way in as far as his playoff resume is concerned. Julio Rodriguez as well, their star that is locked up long-term, hitting .286. He's also hit a home run. But it's cool to see that Seattle, I know I've said it multiple times that I didn't really believe in what Seattle was selling. But they're here. They look the part. I think that they believe that this is the year that they can do something special. And right now they have the Detroit Tigers right where they want them. And I believe that Seattle's going to finish the series up tonight and move on to the American League Championship Series. Let's move on to the National League. Phillies and Dodgers. Phillies got that first round bye in the playoffs, having the second best record in the National League. I'm a little bit disappointed in the Phillies because I really liked their chances in the postseason. I know the Dodgers are a really good baseball team, and they know what they need to get done in October. But looking at the series, honestly, it's one of those where neither of them, I know that the Dodgers are up 2-0 over Philly. They went on the road, took both games. Probably going to win. If they don't win tonight, they're probably going to win Game 4 at home in Los Angeles. But this has been, offensively, neither team has really done anything special. The Dodgers team batting average is 194, and Phillies 203. Phillies scored 6 runs. Dodgers have scored 9 runs over these 2 games. It's been mostly pitching. You had Shohei Ohtani, who pitched really well in Game 1. He ended up going 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, but was really solid. 9 strikeouts as well. Hasn't really shined offensively, but has been a contributor on the mound. Blake Snell, 6 innings as well of 1-hit baseball. And that's kind of been the story, is starters have been mostly good. Outside of the Phillies putting up 3 runs in the second inning of Game 1, most of the scoring that's happened has been the lineups doing damage against the opposing team's bullpens. So starting pitching is going to need to shine. Obviously, if you're Philly, your bullpen needs to be better because, like I just said, that's where Los Angeles has done the damage. But reverse sweeping the Los Angeles Dodgers, going to be a tall task even for what I think is a really good Phillies team and a really capable Phillies team if anyone's going to do this. Now, let's jump over to Cubs and Brewers. Little NL Central National League Division Series matchup. And I'll talk about the Brewers the same way I talked about the Mariners. Kind of tried to write them off. This is the year that they finally fall off, but now seeing what they've done, being the best team in the National League from a record standpoint, and you kind of just get the sense that, maybe this is the Milwaukee Brewers' year. They have been to the playoffs multiple times. It's been a long time since they've been to an NLCS. They've never won a World Series. The stars might be kind of aligning for them there. They're playing the division rival Chicago Cubs, who they overtook in the NL Central in the back half of the year. And they lead 2-0. These games really haven't been competitive. Milwaukee won 9-3 in Game 1, 7-3 in Game 2. Milwaukee's pitching has really shut the Chicago Cubs lineup down. 156 batting average for the postseason. 599 OPS, which is incredibly bad. On the flip side, Milwaukee has been fantastic offensively. 939 OPS. Batting almost 350. On base is over 400. They're doing the things that they need to do as a team to win the game. The recipe for the Cubs is to not let your starting pitcher get absolutely smoked right out of the gate. That's what the Brewers have done in Game 1 and Game 2. They put up 3 runs in the first inning of Game 2 and put up 6 runs in Game 1 in the first inning. So be better there. Cubs, don't start your game with a deficit and be amazed at what you can accomplish. But same thing Cubs got to win tonight or they're done. I don't know if any of these series are going to go 5 games. It's game 4 in the AL tonight and game 3 in the NL. So next time we talk, we'll be looking at the championship series. See you then.